And hello everybody once again. This time it's the tandems, finally something with more action to it. Hopefully shorter this time, but the judgment will have to be more precise to say the least. For now, again, it's another practice session. So we are just waiting for the rounds to start. Today, besides the FPV runs, there of course will be the showcase of the challenge bracket, so we can keep track of who wins in the rounds. There are a total of 16 players, and the first round will be Illusoyer versus Not J. That will be right after the training session though, so for now, people are just warming up and getting ready, I guess. So yeah, that is quite literally that. The server is laggy once again, but it's a practice session after all. No commentating at this time since, it's a practice session. I just gotta focus on warming up so I don't get bad shots in the middle of the comp. So, yeah. I forgot to turn off the smoke so I can actually drift near the cars. Because smoke is nice, but it's obstructing the view a lot, especially for the judges. GH and smokes. Perfect. Right. And that is it. Alright, yeah, once again, hello everybody on the live stream. Yeah, 200 subs, even more, 201 now. So, that is nice. Yeah, chasing it with this leg is not a good experience to say the least. Hopefully, this time it will be shorter, since it's just 16 members. So 16 rounds in the first one, then 8, then 4, then 2, then the one round for the top 3. And yeah, unless there are OMTs. But overall, there are gonna be less than 50 runs in this comp. So I hope it will be a quick session, because last time I was tired to say the least, and so was everybody. The participants, the judges. A 4-hour event is understandably very tiring. Yeah. Quite a bit of lag, to say the least. Well, alright. Waiting on the start then. Hopefully no one runs me over, just as usual. Illusower and DXT. Even with the lag, I think it will be a good run. My days. Teleportation drifting. I recommend you all to just turn on some music because I am listening to music, but I'm afraid to get copyright striked as I did in my PDFD tournaments. So just turn on something you like in the background and just watch the rest. Because without the background music, it might be very, very boring, to say the least. Starting in 5 minutes. We are starting at 21:14 my time. So, yeah, just waiting for the start. Why do people keep running me over, I guess? It's just the human nature. Same here. Really excited for the battles because this time it will be at least interesting. Because one thing is just solo runs and the other is seeing people doing door to door. Plus, it's a lot of competition after all. And people are ready after the yesterday's qualifiers since the best of the best are here. The top 16. Out of over 30 qualification participants, there are only 16 of the best members. So, good tandems shall be expected. That's quite a queue. I think it's a bit less laggy now, so it's actually manageable to chase. I think the server settled down somewhat. That is a nice chase. At least if it wasn't pinging. Usual stuff. The competition will be starting in a minute. Guess it is the last few runs for the people. And then we are gonna be starting off. No pauses between the runs. This will be just pure drifting. And hopefully it will be shorter than last time. Unless, understandably, OMTs. I will also, as I mentioned before, show the bracket positions. So I will turn on the challenge displays after each run so we can see the live updates on the player positions, placements, to say the least. There are gonna be 3 places, so we will see who the 3 winners are. The spawn cars. Yep, the competition is starting. And people are getting ready. Today, while people are starting up, the first participants for today's tandems will be Illusoir versus Not J. As for the usual Formula Drift system, the top 1 qualifications, Illusoir with 98 points, goes up against Not J. So this is gonna be the roughest possible round that there may be. The best against the worst. Not to offend everyone, but you know. Either way, both participants are ready in white and black and white S15 against an BMW E46. Let's see them roll. Run 1 ready. And the countdown is off for the first run of today. With Illusoir leading, going into a good chase here. A bit of the wall, staying close on the door. Good transition into zone 2 and 3. The chaser is not letting down on that chase. Now they are a bit far back, more than 2 cars back, and they are off. I saw some drop tires, but overall it was a surprisingly good tandem. But you know, top 16, what can we expect? Waiting for the round 2 then, with leader and chaser swapping places. Illusoar chasing this time, and not J leading. By the way, my bet it is an S14, not an S15. Or it is an S14.5, I don't really remember. Either way, the other run has started, and let's see that chase. Not Jay going way off the wall, Illusoar trying to optimize their line, staying close on the door, clipping the car. Good transition, Illusoar catching up. Not Jay possibly touched the tire on the outside. Good transition with Illusoar keeping door to door, although lacking a bit of angle. Very good run from both participants. Let's see what the judges think. Let's switch to the challenge brackets and see. Judges are saying that there has been a gap due to the fact that the lead in the second run went off the line. Rary is rooting for Illusoar due to the fact that Illusoar had a better line. Judges are still voting. Currently 3 votes for Illusoar. Guess Illusoar won 3-0. So Illusoar gets to move on by the judges' decision. Although people are telling that that could be an OMC since both of them did good, the judges' argumentation is the fact that Illusoar didn't go off the line and the fact that she didn't chase them as well. Yes, not that deep in first zone meant that Illusoar couldn't maintain the best chase. 3-0 in for Illusoar. And where is... I don't know. I think challenge will update soon, but for now there is nothing. Guess we are waiting for the next round then. It is gonna be, switching to challenge again, Licorice 0111 versus BR Cell top 2 versus top 17 qualifications people. And here is the rank. Illusoar 1-0, in this case 3-0. Moves on to round 2. And now, as for the next participants. Alright, let's see. One Mustang. And chat, mind you tell me what's the other car called? Honda, Honda, as far as I know, but I don't really know the name. Please point it out so I don't have a... I don't do mistakes like on the name of it. S2K, but I don't think that's S2K. Either way, the run is gonna start soon, and off we go. with Chris leading this time in a purple car. Starting off strong, but hitting the wall there, with the chaser trying to maintain the chase but being far off due to the fact that the lead went off the line. The chaser is at a stable distance though, but it is quite a bit far. Leader does a mediocre entrance to the last touch and go. The chaser does better than the leader at entering the touch and go, optimizing the line. And that is a good run, but of course it does have some mistakes. Seriously, that's a GR86? Isn't that a Subaru? No? Oh, it's not GTA, it is... Wait. I have no idea. Alright. Both drivers are ready and the countdown is off. This time swap in places yet again. An Extreme Pro versus a newbie. Mustang starting off early, hitting the wall, losing a lot of angle. Chaser trying to keep onto their tail. In this case, their door. Good transition from the lead there. Chaser cutting a lot of angle there. But staying quite close. Not the best chase. Pretty good there, although not as parallel as it could be. Pretty good on the chase. The leader in this run had some mistakes, of course, being hitting the wall. But let's see the judges' verdict. Switching it back to challenge so we can see. Judges are saying that both of them hit the ball very hard in their lead runs. CR best chase and Chris better on the lead. Mustang lead was very slow and Chris was better chase. DXT votes Chris. It's 3-0 Chris. Chris gets to move on to the next round. Guess that was due to the fact that Chris did the same job as the other guy leading, but Chris didn't slow down just as much. In the end, Chris 0111 gets to move on, leaving BR Sally behind. On to the next run. Pooh86 or Airwolf, the game admin, or one of the judges, going up against Cougs. Let's see the challenge bracket update and switch back to the game. We can also get a glimpse for the next participants the first round of the top 8 participants. It's gonna be Illusoyer versus Licorice 0111. But for now, we are gonna be getting a Pooh86 against Cook's run. And here it is formed. Alright, getting ready for the next round for Pooh86 against Cooks, and they are off. Of course, I almost missed it. Arrow going on strong, quite close to the wall, not hitting it anywhere. Where is the chase? The chase was very far back at the start. The chase is at a stable distance, but is quite a bit back, trying to catch up to Airwolf, but in the end, not a good chase. Very, very far. If Airwolf manages to have a good distance on Cooks, then it's a definite win for Airwolf. Let's see the second run then. And off they go. 3, 2, 1. And off they go, with Cooks leading this time. Airwolf being at a safe distance, still being quite a bit far back, probably due to the fact that Cooks is quite fast. Good transition to zone 2, and Airwolf is still far back on the zone 3 entrance, and I guess that both of them weren't that close. Neither of them decided to risk. Cooks did have a major hiccup on the start of the chase though, so he might get a loss. Judges are telling 3-0 to Airwolf, so Airwolf gets to move on. Cooks' start mistake cost him his possibility to win. That was a very interesting run though, because there weren't that many close chases to say the least. And the next bracket position is formed. Now onto the next participants. Yamzoid versus Fitz going up against each other. And let's see their cars. The first car being a Mustang. And the second a green and yellow S15. Let's see the runs then. Run 1. Ready, and 3, 2, 1. Off they go. Now let's see. Where are they at? Oh, my days. And of course I missed the entrance. Okay, stable here on the lead. Let's see. Okay, they are catching up, but they are way behind, lacking a lot of angle, trying to catch up to Sober while Sober is running, not losing any angle. Sober went way ahead of the Chaser. The Chaser didn't manage to catch up, so as long as Sober maintains a good chase, it is a certified win. Switching positions. Again, Sober on the Mustang and Fitz on the S15. Run 2 starting in 3, 2, 1. Off they go. Will Sober be able to maintain the chase? Sober is immediately door to door, having more angle than Fitz. Fitz losing a lot of angle on that lead. Transition into zone 2 and zone 3. Sober going way on the inside, overtaking the lead due to the lead's bad line. And staying on the door on the last turn with a bit of an overtake, probably due to ping. That was indeed an overtake. In real life, that would be a collision, but it was somewhat of a lead's fault due to the fact that they dropped tires. And Sober did a blind chase. 230 ping, by the way, is like going 2 to 3 cars ahead of the leading driver. So that is just downright insane. Let's see the decision. Let me, 1 second. Sober 3-0. Yep. The decision is in, probably due to the fact that Sober did a way better job chasing, although he did collide with the leader there, but it was leader's fault. Let's see the bracket change. And the bracket is in. The next position for the top 8 players is gonna be Airwolf against Yamzoids or Sober. Now let's see the next run is gonna be ACM Zin versus Casper with a lot of 2s after the nickname. Let's see who will win. The other guy is not here. That is really unexpected for the top 16. No warning either. 2 minutes because the server was full. Waiting for the guy then. And the countdown for joining is on. Meanwhile, inspecting the car with a pretty nice dark blue livery with some white and pink elements with a lot of sponsors on it. ACM Zin, a keyboard player as far as we could see, with the Mega Pro rank. Meanwhile, we are waiting. Let's inspect the future. Oh my days, why? How am I getting knocked? Oh, I'm getting stumped on yet again. The future challenge brackets. First, we are gonna see if we are gonna see the ACM Zin run versus Casper 22222. The next run is gonna be Sicko versus Mystic, Crypto versus Emmanuel Silva, and Astralastral 123 against Dennis W. For now, let's see. The player is still not in, with 53 seconds remaining on the clock. If they don't join, that is gonna be very surprising, since top 16 isn't jokes. It's not joking around anymore. Waiting for the guy then, if they decide to join. 25 seconds on the clock. Will they join or will they not? Guess they won't, due to the fact that how little time there is left on the clock unless they're warned about their absence. By run it is. Since the other participant didn't join up, ACM Zin gets a by solo run, getting an automatic win. Let's see that by run. And off they go with a good initiation. Staying quite close to the wall, although playing it a bit safe there. Good transition into zone 2 and zone 3, although better on the exit. Good first touch and go and seconds. Finishing the by run, landing them ACMs in an automatic win. The other participants didn't show up, or did show up? No, they didn't show up. Either way, now it is gonna be the next participants with ACM Zin getting an automatic win in the bracket. So Casper 2222 just did not show up. Now it's gonna be Sicko against Mystic, both players having a dot and an underscore in their nicknames. Let's see the runs. Mystic being an a beige RX7 FC Extreme Pro against Sicko, another RX7 FC, but in a purple, white, and blackish car. Crypto, stop banging. Crypto on my taste flame. Alright. And off the participants go. Sicko leading the run. Starting off white with Mystic on their tail, going very close to the wall with Mystic a bit far, like 1.5 cars off. Seiko maintaining a very good lead, but Mystic staying on their side, although a tiny bit on the inside. The transition was at the same time. That was indeed a really, really good and close run for both players there, with both Seiko having a very good lead and Mystic trying to chase, although going a tiny bit thin. Let's see the run 2. Seiko chasing this time and Mystic leading. Both players are livery makers and extreme pros. And the run starts. Let's see. Mystic getting into a good initiation. No, Seiko is not as close as Mystic was from the initiation. Mystic maintaining a good line. Transition into zone 3. Seiko is now door to door with Mystic, but not as close as Mystic was. That is definitely not as close from Seiko as the distance for Mystic. So my guess is that Seiko is either going to get an OMT or it is a win for Mystic. I cannot know though, because maybe Mystic did some crucial mistakes. Two judges are casting Mystic. 2-1 for Mystic. Mystic winning this round against Seiko. Congratulations. Between the battle of two RX-7 FCs, Mystic was the winner. 2-1. And the next bracket for the top 8 players is about to be formed, with Mystic going against ACM Zin. Will ACM Zin be able to catch up there? We won't know, since they had a bye run and they don't have a lot of practices for now. For now though, Kryptonite, Crypto against Emmanuel Silva. Two players in the same cars. No, never mind. A BMW E46 against Honda with the countdown beginning. Both keyboard ends of the players go. Let's see that run. Crypto initiation quite strong with a bit of a safe initiation. E46 staying behind but not that close. Crypto good transition into zone 2 and 3 quite deep there. Emmanuel Silva catching up to the door and with a somewhat good run. Neither of the drivers dropped tires, as could be seen from the tire tracks, so no major mistakes for Crypto or them. Now to swap places. Will Peleka be able to do an insane lead? Let's see. 2, 1, go. And starting off strong, very close to the wall, closer than Crypto was, but Crypto was closer to the door. Crypto staying on the door, catching up really fast on the zone. Minor ping mistake. My bad, minor ping issue. And Crypto staying way closer overall. No touching the edge of the track. Neither of the drives did major mistakes, but Crypto was way closer overall. My guess is that either Crypto will win 3-0 or 2-1. Crypto 3-0, just as I predicted. Now let's see the bracket update in challenge. Second to last run in the top 16 players. Now on to the last run. Astral 1, 2, 3 against Dennis W. We already see most of the top 8 players. Illusor against Licris, Poo86 against Yamzoid, ACM Zin against Mystic, and Crypto against we will see whom. Somebody squished me down to the track, now I cannot help. Oh, I'm free. Alright, both ready. And starting off in 1, go. Off the participants go. Safe leads from Dekushin, going on to a better hack of the wall. Good zone 2. The chasing driver is catching up but hitting the wall and maintaining a very distant chase. Overall, a very decent run with no tire drops, but with a huge distance between the leading and chasing drivers. Due to the server, sadly, you cannot join because you did not warn Airwolf in time, and we waited for you for 2 minutes. You didn't warn, and hence you automatically lost. Now onto Darth, going way closer to the wall, not kicking the wall, being very close. Better on the leading run, but the chaser is not letting down. Chasing very close to the leading driver. That was a good run, but since Darth had mistakes while chasing, I guess it's gonna be a 2-1 or a 3-0 for Bakushin. We will see though. We will see. For now, please do not roll over my drone. It is insanely annoying to say the least. Let's see that last bracket. Never mind. Yep, Astra 3-0 getting the bracket updates, but the guy is getting another chance. The automatic win for ACM Zin against Casper has been cancelled due to the fact that Casper had technical issues. Let's see the rerun for ACM Zin against Casper 2-2-2-2. For now, the bracket is formed with whom winning? Astra winning 3-0. Let's wait for the rerun then. Let's wait for the bracket to update. And the bracket update is in. Now to see ACM Zin against Casper with a lot of twos. Will Casper be able to prove that he didn't rejoin for nothing? Or will he lose? Let's see. People do love to annoy. And a lot of text from Airwolf, like yesterday. That is really nice. Just as usual. I'm getting knocked left and right. Still a queue. ACM is in, but Casper is taking a while. Will he be able to join or not? No idea what's happening on the guy's side. He says that the server is full of people, so somebody has to leave. Mind someone try to leave, please, so you can just spectate while the live stream, since you know Casper is trying to join. So please be a volunteer. He joins. Perfect. Let's see the runs then. ACM getting a rerun with Casper. Casper getting the second chance. Not that wasn't a buy run then. That was not a buy run, to say the least. And Spooky is in. Let's see the runs. Nice. I love how it's lagging. Either way, in a new edition Supra against the good old Honda. Let's see the runs then. Pookie against AC and Zin. With the white monster livery. Like, even a gradient monster livery, to say the least. I will land here. Oh, GR86. Okay. And the countdown is off. Let's see the runs. ACM Zing against the guy. ACM Zin with a very safe initiation to the zone. Where is Casper? Oh, there he is. Very far from the leading driver. Good lead, but the chase is way far back. That wasn't the best of the chases that could be, but well, let's see the other run then. That was a huge mistake for Casper though. And off the countdown goes. And starts. And good, not that good of an initiation, still having some mistakes. ACM staying on the door, trying their best to be close, shortcutting with a lot of angle loss there, way there on the inside. But with a closer chase, the Casper dropping the tire. That is definitely a drop tire. My guess is that due to the drop tire and the overall bad chase, my guess is that ACM remains the winner. But that is my guess. Let's hear the judges. Two tire drops, the judges are saying, and still, even after the rerun, 3-0 IACM, still keeping their position. Now the top 16 brackets are finished and we are moving on to the top 8 players. 4 rounds, first being Illusoir versus Licris 0111. Top 8 it is. Illusoir is here and so is the other driver, so let's wait. Let me get into a good position. Perfect. Alright. Illusoir versus Chris or whatever. And the countdown is off. Illusoir starting off fast with a close initiation to the wall, bumping the wall. That will definitely be a reduction, but staying close on the rest. Good transition into zone 2, and at the zone 3, let's look back at the driver. The chasing driver is way far back, more than 2 cars behind to say the least. And although Illusoir did have a mistake, I guess that the chasing driver is getting way less points due to their distance. Now switching positions, and Chris or CRLZ going as a lead and Illusoir chasing. Illusoir being way closer from the start, Chris bumping the wall twice, doing some corrections. Illusoir still staying right on the door, except on turn 3. Chasing close on the touch and go and directly to the end with the leading driver dropping a tire. It is a definite win for Illusoir. My guess is that it will be 3-0. Due to the fact that CRLZ did have trouble both leading and chasing. Let's see the challenge. Yep, Illusoir 3-0. The next challenge update is soon to be in for the first participant of the 4 possible for the semifinals or the top 4 participants. Next up, we are gonna have Airwolf or Poo86 against Yamzoid. Airwolf against Sober. A Mustang against BMW E46. Let me align my drone properly. Perfect. And the drivers are ready, the stream is good, and the countdown is off. 0 and off they go. Airwolf with a good initiation, but Sober right on the door, overtaking a major BG, probably due to their ping. That is probably an incomplete run due to the fact that Sober is doing way too much on the overtaken by whole 2 cars. That is a definite mistake. Sadly, due to Sober having 300 ping, they overchased and in result became the lead. That is an incomplete run. On to run 2. Since the first run for the chase was incomplete, if now Airwolf manages to get a good chase, it will be fine. Airwolf at a safe distance from Sober, catching up though, not that close. But Airwolf doesn't have to do a lot to have a good win. Sadly, Sober has insane ping, as they mentioned, so my guess is that Airwolf gets an automatic, not even judge voted win, due to the fact that Sober codes a DNF. Yes, Airwolf 3-0, getting to move on in the brackets. Funny enough, Illusaur and Airwolf are gonna be in the same brackets for the semifinals, so they are gonna have a battle against one another. For now, ACM Zin, who fought for his win against Mystic. Let's see their run. And the runners are ready to start. And the countdown is down. ACM Zin with a good initiation but a bit too safe. Mystic being far behind, a few cars to say the least. ACM chase. There was a very huge leg spike there, but alright. ACM maintaining a somewhat good lead, although being a bit over the line, and Mystic catching up in the end. Mystic was very far back at the start though. And the countdown is off. Now Mystic in the lead. And off they go. ACM catching up to the door fast. But Mystic is staying stable as well. ACM being a beast on the chase. Getting a very, very close door-to-door run. Mystic trying their best to be good, but ACM keeping up. My guess is that it is a definite ACM win, just due to how close, insanely close, they were chasing. I cannot park properly. My days. Yep. ACM's in 3-0. All judges agreed. Even DXT says that it was a W chase. So, DXT's approval. And on to the next run. Crypto against Astral. One and off they go. Crypto against Bekushini. Let's see. Crypto with a good initiation up close to the wall, but Bekushini not staying far behind. Going very wide and good there. Bekushini catching up on zone 3, but being quite a bit far back. Crypto dropping one tire. Bekushini overtaking stably the leading driver. That was probably an incomplete. I don't really know though, since it was one car ahead. Good chase, but in the end you were first far off back and secondly ahead. Overtake. Not Chaser's fault. Overtake leads faults, people are saying. Lead has a weird line. To be fair, OMT, OMT it is. Indeed. Judges are saying OMT since it was Leeds' fault for the overtake. Let's see the run then. OMT, indeed. Off they go. Crypto leading. Crypto with a good start. Bakushini trying to be on their door but being quite a bit back. One car behind though. More than one car behind now. Way far back. Bakushini has to cut on the angle to catch up. One car behind. Will Crypto be able to beat that record? Or maybe it's not a record. So will Crypto be able to beat that distance? If yes, that is a definite win for Crypto. And off the run 2 goes. Run 2. With Bakushini leading, will Crypto be able to keep up? Definitely, Crypto being almost door to door, like half a car behind on the Bakushini's door, way better than Bakushini did, and now being close. The proximity is way better for Crypto, so my guess is that even if Bakushini has a good leading line, Crypto will be the definite leading person in terms of points. So I guess that it is gonna be a 3-0 in Crypto. Indeed it is. So congratulations to Crypto. And as fast as that, the semi-finals are formed. It is gonna be Sawyer against Airwolf, and the next run ACM Zine against Kryptonite 95 Crypto. Of course, we are gonna have a third place match after that, and the finals, or the other way around. We will see. Airwolf against Illusoir, where are they at? Yep, both are girls. By the way, don't forget to leave a like to just boost this live stream to the algorithm. And now Illusaur is here and Airwolf is here as well. And S14 against an BMW E46. Admin versus an insane pro. Let's see the run. Airwolf chasing and Illusaur leading this run. Illusaur with a good initiation. Airwolf one half 2 cars behind, bumping the wall. Now catching up to Illusaur, being quite a bit close. As far as I could see, no collision, but good run. The leading driver, or oh my days, why am I forgetting names? Illusoir didn't do a touch and go that well though, so that might be an advantage for Airwolf if she manages to do the touch and go well. And now swapping positions, Illusaur against Airwolf. Airwolf leading this run. And 3, 2, 1, off they go. Airwolf being the lead of this run, starting off very aggressively, Illusaur being right on the door. A bit far back, but as far as I can see, closer than Airwolf was on the zone 1. Definitely closer on this zone 2. Being literally door to door. Airwolf getting a better touch and go, but Illusaur being door to door. Will Airwolf get an advantage from getting that touch and go, or will Illusaur get an advantage by being so close? My guess is that it's gonna be Illusaur or an OMT, but I think that it's gonna be Illusaur. Judges are voting OMT. Let's see the rerun then, with Illusaur leading and Airwolf chasing. OMT it is. And run 3 or run 1 from the OMT is starting. Illusaur, good initiation. Airwolf staying way closer this time, being all in. Illusaur did not touch the wall. Good transition from both ends. An insane chase from Airwolf. Insanely close, literally door to door. Good first touch and go and good second touch and go with a literally parallel chase. That was an insane run, literally almost 100 points from both of the runners. Let's see the swapped run now. Airwolf leading and Illusaur chasing. And the countdown is off. Will Airwolf be able to get away from Illusaur or not? We will see. Airwolf off to a good initiation. Illusaur immediately chasing right on the door. Airwolf a tiny bit off the wall. Illusaur transitioning at the same time and being a bit farther than Airwolf on the third zone. Airwolf is getting a tiny bit ahead, but Illusaur is... I didn't quite capture it, but was close at the end there. Insane runs. Just borderline insane. Literally almost textbook, I'd say even. Just... yeah. Let's see the decision then. Airwolf was shallow on a clip, and Illusaur lost proximity due to the fact that Airwolf was shallow. It is Crypto's position. Let's see. One clip Airwolf went all the way on the inside. Scream says that Airwolf's chase was better, but due to her mistake in the lead, people are voting Illusaur. People are voting Illusaur. Lead was textbook. Two, two, one, Illusaur. It is a win for Illusaur on this run. Illusaur proceeding into the finals. Airwolf will be able to compete for the third place though. It is gonna be ACM Zin against Kryptonite now. Illusaur proceeding into the rounds. And we will see now who will win, ACM Zin or Kryptonite. And Airwolf has been placed into the third place match. Both drivers are in. Crypto is on the left side as a chase, and where's the lead? Oh, there's the lead. ACM Zin, a mega pro, just a mega pro as a leading driver. Will they be able to win? We will see. They were a beast at chasing though. So good luck. Off we go. ACM Zine off to a good start. Crypto still staying on that door, being quite close. Not quite the textbook run, but very close on the transition to the third zone. ACM Zine went pretty good. Crypto did probably drop a tire, I didn't quite see, and good finish. Very good runs, although Crypto did a few mistakes. We will see though, because I didn't manage to quite capture it all. That is what judges do. I am here to entertain. And as a backup recorder. Either way, Crypto is now leading with Mega Pro ACM Zin chasing. Will ACM be able to prove that they're a beast at chasing? Indeed they will, but they are one car behind and cutting to just catch up. Quite a bit far from Crypto, but now they are catching up, but going way too wide. Crypto definitely dropping a tire, and due to that mistake, ACM overtaking them temporarily. And no tire drops for the rest of the run. That's a definite tire drop from Crypto. Absolutely. All captured on camera and saved on replay. So my guess is that due to Crypto's mistake, that can be the podium for ACM Zin. Judges are saying that ACM braked a lot. That may be a deciding factor. OMT it is. And OMT 3-0 voted by the judges. We will see the rerun now. ACM against Crypto once again. And the countdown is off. 2, 1, go. ACM being the leading driver, Crypto being the chasing driver. Being a very nice chase. ACM lagging a tiny bit, Crypto being literally way inside. Dropping the chase there and being way too far off. They tuned down way too much. Or that was a lag, no idea, but Crypto was way behind on this run. If ACM manages to have his insane chase, then it might be it for him. We will see. I don't really know if they did break or not, or if the mistake of the chase was due to line. Judges are saying that ACM did lag, and I agree. I saw him get a... Oh my days, accidentally moved the stick. Get a lag, and let's see the second run. Crypto leading this time. Will ACM manage to get a good chase? Let's see. ACM catching up to Crypto, bumping the ball, losing a lot of angle, going way on the inside. Crypto maintaining a good lead and run while ACM is way on the inside. That is a definite win for Crypto. ACM just sadly lost it. ACM was way off his usual chasing line. My guess is that it's Crypto 3-0. It indeed is. Sadly, ACM rolled his second round. And ACM is gonna be placed against Airwolf in the third place match, and the finals are formed. The finals are gonna be Illusaur against Kryptonite, and the third place match is Pooh86 or Airwolf against ACM. Will ACM be able to prove that they literally can chase or not? We will see. For now, I guess it's... Yeah, ACM against Airwolf, the third place match before the finals. Third place battle. Let's see the run. ACM leading. Airwolf is the chaser. Will Airwolf be able to pull off her insane leads, or will ACM be able to come back up to be the top 3 of the tournament? We will see. For now, ACM is starting as a leading driver. Airwolf starting right on the door, staying close all the way throughout. ACM maintaining a very stable lead. Good transition for both drivers, and Airwolf catching up to the door. And yeah, I forgot to switch this scene. I got it on replay though, so my bad. I just forgot to switch this scene. I got the instant replay in case it is needed, but I just forgot to switch from this scene. Oh my days. And the run number 2 is going to begin now. Airwolf is AFK or what? Okay, Airwolf is ready. Now, let's see the run. Airwolf was very good at chasing there. Sadly, I just forgot to switch this scene. That is definitely my fault. Not the first time this has happened though. Airwolf starting off strong with ACM trying to chase. Not as close of a chase as Airwolf did, because Airwolf literally went door to door. ACM is now lost somewhere behind Airwolf, maintaining the line. ACM being 2 to 3 cars behind Airwolf, leading to a possible loss for ACM. That is, I think, a definite win for Airwolf, since Airwolf did a way closer chase. My guess is that it's 3-0. And it is. The third place person is confirmed. Airwolf Pool 86 gets to win the third place match, getting the third place prize. ACM is sadly placed number 4, and in the results, they are not getting anything except fame. And now, Illusaur against Kryptonite 95. Both of them are gonna get a prize, and we will now see who is the winner for this competition. The top 1 and 2 placement match. I did not forget to switch the scene, so it is gonna be good. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Crypto against Illusaur. Crypto starting off very strong against Illusaur, going very close. Illusaur going off the line there. Crypto trying to maintain that chase. Continuing in onto a very close chase. Crypto dropping a tire on the chase, being a tiny bit back, with Illusaur getting the last checkpoint and Crypto on her door. Crypto did a major mistake though. He dropped a tire. Why am I coughing? He dropped a tire. That is definitely a mistake. Let's see the second run then. Ready, and 5, 3, 2, 1. Off they go. Both drivers starting off with Crypto going good. Illusaur chasing, Crypto bumping the ball, losing a lot of points. And before he dropped a tire, my guess is that if Illusaur doesn't mess up a lot, it is a loss for Crypto and win for Illusaur. Illusaur maintaining the chase and finishing the run. My guess is that it is Illusory for number 1 of these tournaments and Crypto for number 2 place. Crypto messed up by dropping a tire and he messed up by bumping that starting wall. Illusory winning the first place for this tournament against Crypto and other participants. The top 3 participants have been decided and the bracket is formed. Let's see the updates on the challenge bracket. Let's see the bracket update. And it is done. Yep. The competition is over, the tournament. It was really fun trying out this game. It was really fun seeing people drive and overall perform. Thank you all for taking part in the tournaments. It was really fun. What the hell is going on? What is that helicopter? Helicopter RX-7, it is. And yeah, that is practically it. The winners have been decided. The runs have been recorded, with Illusory getting the first place, Kryptonite getting the second place, and Airwolf getting the third place on this tournament. Thank you all for participating, and see you on the next tournaments.